come to the word absurd. I don't deserve any of your attention. I'd like to mention you're now rocking with the best intentions. Give it to me, Koala Creative Community. KCC in the place to be. Eating leaves, climbing trees, flying a rapper in the canopies. Treehouse, Rushi and LV. Remy MZ, this is my D-Luxury. Michael Gerber, he's a fast learner. Taya Tanuki, sleeping in the corner. Sasqwax is a beast to be spotted. BeatCult, heckling, horrific, erotic. BeatCast, terrific, funky dance specific. Now real samples the world and you live it, you breathe it. You better believe it, like a Soviet villain eating sugar, it's Danny. Funk's my name, KKK, like a granny or a grains, whether could be or it could be boom clap. Word to the Maxime, Robin, Bobby Snacks. Jam it since birth.
In a funk moon camp, Jill Willie so stilly, but he makes your feet stamp. T this week with the sample hat. Wolf Bronski, they say, what the hell is that? Rhyming on the beat, is there any other way? Painting yellow beats, okay, stepping out the way. Arcanist is pissed as a D0 hero. Isn't funny like Bobby De Niro. Funky boss, that's good's gotta be on time. Joe Funk, drinking butter, fish finger, wine, D Frente. Pan on the side with a porter. Emmy's band playing to the sand, grin back or fly in Zulu when I drive mongoose. Barry dropping in, bugging out, getting loose. A snapshot in time, 23, have I missed you? Let me kiss you, potato on the moon, this is very man bending. Core, there ain't nothing like a Corey Page ending. Sincilla, Loudtree, Will and Ill, Slam Hoof.
Alright!
Blanc Squad, Paul Lathan, Glack, That's Funk.
Alright! You're now rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. Keep on rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. You're now rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. Keep on rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. You're now rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. Keep on rocking with the KCC, Koala Creative Community. If I forgot to mention.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Pete's already here. I didn't know what scene it was going to be on. We went a little bit early, so we can play that track. You know, get people pumped, get them ready.
I love it.
How's it going, Pete? Pete Sasqwax, aka Harry Potter.
Look at us. We're in the same room as one another for the first time.
Well, you're amazing. Ethereal. I'm more solidly here. You're kind of. You're like the ghost of Christmas past.
I'm projecting myself into the ether.
Hey, William. What's up? What's up, Pete? What's up? Who else is in the chat? Clayton. Deluxe. BJ's here. I can't actually see the list of people. I just not very well prepared here. I'm afraid.
My chat's not working very well on Twitch.
Is it not?
I can see other people, but I don't seem to be able to post in it.
Oh,
which is
are you on your phone?
Yeah. I'll try leaving and coming back.
So I didn't know I'd be presenting this week. Remy said unfortunately he couldn't make it. I actually don't know what he's doing this week either. But I didn't know I'd be.
Sorry, that's you from
speaking to myself. I know. I recognise my own voice. I realise that I'm speaking really loud as well.
I'm trying to let me try this.
Okay. Cool. Dennis is here but not able to answer. He's writing. Why is he not able to answer? That's mysterious. Is that the same problem that you're having? Do you think?
I don't know.
He just wrote a message. He literally said he can't answer by answering.
It's not letting me do shit.
What's it actually not doing? What's it doing? Stroke not doing.
When I type a message, it doesn't show me like the reply. It doesn't actually put it on, which is upsetting because it clearly did work earlier on.
Oh.
But anyway, what I can see
is
I can see all of the people up in the chat. I can see who's here.
I don't know if Gerber's around, but he could pop in if he wanted to. At some point, you're going to have to go and run a
He is
taxi
around.
run.
He is.
He is around.
That's true.
Where is he?
I don't know, but he's on the list.
Oh, is he?
He is on the list. Yeah.
He's on the list. I didn't see the list. Right. Oh, hang on. We should turn on the overlay. There we go. Here it comes.
Oh, look at this.
Here it comes. Boop.
Look at that. That's a beautiful thing.
Hey, Cash Williams is here. What's up? Dennis, we've seen. Yeah, so here we are, another week. Pete, what have you been up to? Tell us about your...
Drinking from this beautiful cup that, look, it disappears and comes back.
It's like an invisible cup.
When you are relatively spectral, there is quite a lot of limitation to what you can do.
Only partially spectral.
Yeah, so
just the stripes on your shoulders, your ears.
They're particularly spectral. Yeah, my hair is completely spectral. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, so I have that problem.
It's nuts. I was just, as we were talking to earlier, I feel like it's been a long time since I had the urge to buy an iPad app, but I bought an iPad app today, which was exciting. But the track that I did, I bought Punch Lab from the fantastic gentleman Fred Anton Clovest, who's a wonderful Belgian man with a penchant for cigars. If you've seen his Instagram, okay. He does enjoy a nice cigar, bless him. And why not? Cool. Apart from the obvious health reasons. Yeah. Anyway, so I purchased that. But today's track, I did actually cook up a little something. Was done entirely in Koala. I decided that it was a good opportunity to kind of do the sound design business. Yeah. And really kind of dig in and play around with. I think it's easy to forget because we've got all these other tools and you dump them into AUM and whatever else, and you can kind of pull stuff apart with all kinds of effects. But it's very, very easy to kind of overlook. Actually, Koala's just nuts. The stuff that we've got in there that we can do now, especially with the various effects buzzers and obviously resampling all that kind of stuff. Yeah. There's very little that you can't get to from a pretty simple, just not a simple, but you know what I mean? Just like a one app solution. Yeah.
Well, especially now with with this week's challenge with the body noises your body makes type challenge.
Felt like the best thing to do.
Yeah, and you can still turn any waveform into a single cycle synthesizer, basically.
Absolutely, although I did resist that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Funkman Camp did do that for the bass, but everything else is like recorded in sounds that have got some effects and stuff on them.
I didn't know if it was cheating or not, but I just used my voice for the bass.
Oh yeah, that works.
I was like, well, I'm sampling.
I mean, that counts. That's your body, isn't it?
I hit myself whilst doing it. If that's
So it's got like a percussive sort of
body.
Yeah.
No, I pitched it down. It's basically just me saying no that I pitched down maybe 12, potentially more semitones. No, yeah, it could be 24 semitones actually. It got nice and bassy in the end.
So let's see what we got.
Mark's saying it's a flipless week.
Yeah, Mark is not flipped this week. We have currently, I think, 16 submissions. So that's not too bad. But I expect there'll probably be more coming, probably from Jimmy.
Who is on the chat, but not on the chat.
Is he?
He is watching. He's watching the stream. He is a visible or an invisible viewer, if you like. He's visible.
Yeah, I think when he starts chatting, is just to delay the show long enough for him to finish his track. I think.
He's a wily individual.
Yeah. So do you guys live near each other?
No, we did at one point, but not now.
Yeah. Right.
No, he lives in Bristol.
Right.
Which is close if you list all the places alphabetically, it's relatively close.
Right.
But geographically is, I don't know, it's about 3.5, 4 hours. It's a trek.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, you should still get together sometime.
Yeah, we do occasionally. But yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, it's the family business is quite time consuming.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, let's see what we've got first here. I've got a Anarchist, a new Koala communitive member. Communitive. I read creative while I was saying community, and it came out as communitive. It's
like
kind of
that.
like a fugitive. We like Koala communitives.
A fugitive from creativity? No, definitely not.
That's
Quite,
right.
the reverse.
Yeah. Hi, I'm a new Koala creative. I am new to Koala creative community. I like the idea of having a weekly challenge, present my tracks and getting feedback. I'm asleep when you do the show and watch it the next day on YouTube. Producing beats is new to me. Mostly did soundscapes and nosy improvisation music. Have a nice show. Sweet. Well, let's listen to the first track.
Let's do it. Is this
I'll-
anarchist?
You may have to. I don't know if you have to mute yourself. I won't have to mute myself, but you may have to just mute yourself or just stay really quiet. And we'll be back after this. Cool.
2 thumbs fresh.
That was nice. Yeah, Rushi, of course you can still submit. Yeah, just use the website and upload it, and it will just magically appear on my side, and we'll play it in a bit. That was the first track, Rushi. You've got plenty of time, so yeah. Don't worry about it. It's all good. We'll be here for a little while, unless we get called for taxiing other people around, which may or may not happen.
We should point out the reason why largely the probably a high possibility that Mark has not been able to do his flip is because he's been doing all of that kind of stuff. Basically, yeah. Mark is a frigging genius. I can't remember if we swear on here or not. Anyway, he's a frigging genius. He's a genius.
Remy swears. If you want to swear, you can swear. I think that's fine.
Feels like pressure now.
What about that track? It had a real sort of spooky vibe to it. Like, but it had that like real slowed down spooky thing that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was like I thought it was going to be like an exhale or something. But then it was just like
it might have been that it's got pitched down a lot or something.
Yeah.
Or just time stretched over like a 16 bar sort of thing.
Yeah, like a Paul Stretch style.
Yeah.
No, I liked it.
Paul X Stretch or whatever.
Yeah.
That's weird, that thing. How does it even work? Like, it just, like, it can take a tiny snippet and just make it a mile long and not sound like it's...
I've got a funny story about that, actually. So, I don't know if you know, Jimmy is English teacher.
Yeah.
So, and he was recording stuff. I think it was during lockdown. It's a while ago, obviously. He was recording stuff for the kids. So he was doing like audio books effectively of tech and stuff so they could give out to his students. Because he's a lovely man. He's a very lovely man. It's a bit of a potty mouth sometimes, but not whilst he's at work.
Okay.
And he used Paul Stretch to basically take a bit of a tune and then stretch it out underneath as a sound bed behind these stories that he was reading.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing was, he would ask me, like, can you guess what this song is? Obviously, he picked stuff that I did know.
Yeah.
But I could pick it out, even though it was stretched out to insane length of what it was. And
like a bar over 3 minutes or something.
Something like that, yeah. It was not, maybe it was like 8 bars over like 5 minutes or whatever, but it was, you know, it was seriously stretched out. But it doesn't stretch it in a weird way. It retained somehow the
it's crazy. I want to play with that a bit more again. That's pretty cool.
Because like it used to be only on desktop, didn't it? But we've got the
there's the iOS AOV3 version.
Yeah.
William, I can confirm that Anarchist is not my Anna with one N. Just to make
It'd
that
be
clear,
clear, wouldn't it?
It would.
I mean, if she wanted to fly under the radar, the extra N it would throw you off completely.
Yeah, totally. But it's not her. He Paul stretched his friend. We should probably not tell everybody about that. He Paul stretched his friend playing Bach on the piano, and it's beautiful. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. I could totally hear that. It's picking something with. I mean, it almost doesn't matter what you use, but a lot of the time, if you pick something that has like a beautiful texture, it just makes the texture even more incredible.
Like a just somehow harmonic thingy.
Yeah.
Radiohead Pyramid Song 800% slower. He sent it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool.
They're awesome.
I can't click on that.
There's a whole rabbit hole that you can fall down of the stretch stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, it's a good way to just. I wonder if someone like thought, actually, I recognize that, and then sped it right up so you could recognize the original thing, and then you get a copyright strike.
I would not be surprised if they were introducing that.
Yeah. All right. So, Anna, welcome to the community. I think it was second week because I don't remember. She did post one last week, but I don't remember whether she posted one before that. So, welcome to the community.
Yeah, beautiful name for a punk band.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of. I suspect we're going to have a lot of percussive tracks that are just kind of like a lot of sort of syncopation and a bit of texture in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be cool. Right, next up.
I feel like just 1 second. I feel like that might be a slur. Rushi's saying she can see she indeed does have plenty of time. I think she's potentially.
I see. I see what she's saying. We're talking too much already. Gerber hasn't even arrived yet. Just you wait.
I know.
So, just before I play the track, why don't I transition here?
Oh.
We have a message. No, camera's the wrong way round. Here we go. Flying Arepa, a version of Hermano Pascual's masterpiece, Chiroño Praele. Little choro for him. Made only with finger snaps, hand claps, armpit farts, and lots of vocalizing. Enjoy with a cold beer.
Oh,
sweet. Can't wait.
Warm cup of tea.
Or an ethereal mug.
Apparently, if I hold it right to my face.
Oh, yeah.
Then get to see
that works. Cool. Ooh.
Not so much over here.
It's like you're drinking invisible juice.
That's
back in a sec. How good was that?
That was intense, wasn't it? I felt like,
It was
when he leveled
insane.
up. This is when he leveled up and got the power pill.
Yeah, totally. Like Mario, like a South American Mario. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. Huge respect.
I couldn't help myself. I don't know if you spotted me in the corner there, but I couldn't help
It's
you'll see in the replay. Couldn't help myself.
It's fully understandable.
That was crazy. Let me hide the message. There we go. Yeah, wow. That's cool.
I've got to be honest, I thought I did really enjoy the vocalisms, but I was a bit upset that I couldn't quite hear the armpit farts with clarity. I would have liked a solo. That's the only thing that it misses. It did killed it, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, one for the 12-inch edit would be a really, really nice armpit fart.
Yeah.
Maybe with some chorus.
Yeah, for sure.
Bit of
like maybe just like a pull stretched armpit intro.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm liking this this thing that he's like taking actual notation of songs that he loves and just redoing them completely. And in this case, using only his body, which is cool.
See, the nice thing about this is like you can take it into fully like music concrete territory if you want to. And then essentially like the first track that we heard was kind of doing that and very much leaning into the whole like, kind of keeping it as percussive and sound designy rather than going full melodic. And then a rapper just went, do you know what? I'm going to do both. I'm going to push it beyond that. I'm going to go full Delia Derbyshire. And
that was like a weird sort of, it did feel like a 70s sort of kids TV show from the Radiophonic Workshop.
It's like an armpit symphony. I love it.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. What we got next? We have Dennis Rudin next. Let me see. Oh, yeah, he did leave a message. Let me just put that on the screen. This was a fun challenge, Dennis Rudin writes. MG talking about EBM, electronic body music, which is a term I've never heard of before. Is that actually a thing?
I think it's like ambient. If Michael said it, must be
sort of ambient, but more armpits involved.
Yeah, ambient.
Armpitting. There's a joke in there somewhere, but sparked the idea in me that I would base my entire composition on a recording of myself saying EBM, electronic body music, and then try to make it into an EBM track. You can see the face there, so I don't have to.
Love it.
A lot of chopping later. This is the result. Hope you like it. Cool. All right. Well, let's go and have a listen.
Electronic body music. Thank you. electronic body music. Electronic body music.
Nice.
I enjoyed.
Yeah, man. That was a real.
There's something
thumping...
oddly craftwork about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm deciding to see things the way I want to see them, but
Yeah.
it had an element of that. I enjoyed that.
Definitely. Yeah, that was.
I looked at the he said about, was it ostinato?
I don't know.
It said on the screen that he used ostinato synth. So I was looking at what that was. I don't know if that's the there's like an experimental 3D sound app thing, which could be that. That's called ostinato. Or there may be something to do with Logic, but I don't have either of those, so
I think
I'm not sure.
Ostinato is a short melodic phrase repeated throughout a composition, sometimes slightly varied or composed to a different pitch. So he may have just been referring to his motif.
Yes, that's what he's talking about. See?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. That was cool.
Yeah.
And to think there was all body music. I wonder what he had to spank to get that snare.
I mean, I know that we are technically...
In my case, just top of the head, probably. And yours.
I feel like, I don't know, we could take this places, but I feel like it's... To get a true snare spank, sometimes you have to... You can't quite do it as well on your own. You have to call in, assistance.
Yeah. Not your sisters.
No, no sisters. Although sisters will give you a good slap, potentially, depending on, whatever. But
Spank a system. I think
Spankosaurus.
What we got. Oh, I'll put the chat back up. What we got in the chat. Love the string sound. Nice, Dennis from Clayton. Das Goods is in the house. Bonjour.
Not just in the house, but he's engaged in an activity with a primate, which is, that's apparently that's just the message.
Oh, he's spanking his monkey. All right.
Apparently, yeah.
I see. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Beautiful boldness. Love you guys. Nice one, Remy. Where's Remy? He's on YouTube. What's he chatting on YouTube? How you doing?
I think he's in Mexico. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that'll be. Yeah. Unless he's not, which is why he's not here. Who knows? But we're in the studio. Cool. Well, next up we have Disfunk. I assume he posted one track and then another, and his message for the second one just says, "This one is better. Something went wrong." So I won't bother putting that on the screen. And I don't know whether the first submission had a more elaborate message, but let's take a listen.
Yeah, let's do that.
There I am. Sweet.
Pretty hypnotic, that one.
Yeah. It sounded like he sampled a fly. And
I thought we were going for like Tuva. Thought it was like going to be throat singer first. Thought he was going down that road. Yeah, exactly. That's and I was like, is that where we're going? And then we kind of settled into nice kick. Gotta be said.
I wonder whether the kick and snare were edited body sounds. The hi-hat clearly was like him going.
Yeah. Oh, really? I thought it was like a Zildjian or something.
The hi-hat I could make out of his voice, but the rest I wasn't
potentially. Sure. No, I agree.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. I did enjoy the heft.
So
somebody else pointed out the heft of the kick too.
Yeah.
That was Clayton. Clayton on YouTube. Big up Clayton.
Clayton on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice.
Picked out the nice kick.
Could have been good with a rapper. I had lots of space for someone to rap on top. Remy could have freestyled on top of that. Would have been good.
Which would have been well under the remit. He would have had to sample himself, potentially.
Yeah, this is true. Are you going to have to jump off?
Yeah, I will be imminently. I'm just
imminently. You might be. If Pete disappears during a track at any point, I'll be left
not
on
just
my
like
own.
This, where I just kind of
not like if Pete intentionally disappears during a track. I think Gerber is working on his track. He said he might jump on when he's finished. If anyone wants to jump on the stream, you're welcome to. Let me know. I'll send you a link. Or I could even just post it in the chat, I suppose.
You can't jump in a stream twice. Not the same stream.
Oh.
Did you know that? Yeah.
If you jump in a stream twice and nobody else is there, did the tree fall over?
Did the Lao tree fall? I'm not sure.
Oh, that is funny because Lao Tree is next on the queue. How did you even know that?
Honestly, it's because we're in the same room, isn't it? Obviously.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I just looked over your shoulder.
There's no way. Oh, right. Let's see here. Lao Tree. He has a message. Give me a second. I'll just put it on the screen. He started by recording voice tones into the Casio SK5 sampling keyboard and made some chords and melodies. Excuse my dog barking. We have a visitor just arrived for Anna. And went from there. Took the challenge seriously. It's all body sounds and came up with something that isn't a typical Lao Tree track, but it was fun. Sweet.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to hear it. That's
cool. Well, I shall be back as soon as I can be, but I shall be listening in the vehicle.
Drive fast but safe, and we'll see you back here soon.
The dream team.
Yeah, man. See you in a bit.
Soon.
Wow, Loudtree. That was a trip. So many sounds and layers and so many different bits. It was like a whole EP in 3.5 minutes. And hashtag killed it. That was awesome. It's cool that you took the challenge seriously. Although, I mean, we're not super strict here, but it's nice to push yourself sometimes. And that was awesome. Like the mix was great. I really liked all the sidechain stuff and all the varied parts, and it just kept evolving. It was brilliant. Really well done. So yeah, that's cool. This is weird being on my own. This is like the first time ever that I've streamed on my own. I don't know if anyone does want to join me because I'm a bit weird on my own, trying to cue things up, and all that stuff, and also think of things to say. I don't know how Remy does it while also juggling a beautiful baby at the same time, but cool. Right, let's see what we've got next. Is Wolf Bronsky. His message says, "This is a song about making music using nothing but your body," which doesn't necessarily mean it only uses body noises, but it's a song about that. Koala sampler and a boatload of effects. The video is about escaping from the belly of a whale through the power of music and obfuscatory. I don't know that word. Obfuscatory. I'll look that up and then I'll come back and read out what that means when we get back. He's clearly a smart guy. Let's go with Wolf Bronsky. Nice. That was awesome. I think it was all body noises. Although the kick and the snare, I'm not sure how you do that. That was awesome. I'm going to put in a link here. Clayton, since you asked for it, you should probably come and join me and say hi. You're here every week. If anyone does want to jump on, welcome to. So I did know this word, but I just never said it out loud, and I still don't know how to read it because you don't put B's, F's next to each other. What other words have got B's and F's next to each other? No, I can't think of any. But it means to make something unclear or difficult to understand, especially on purpose. So vague, imprecise, unspecified. Very good. That was awesome. Really nice track. Good to have you back as always. Hey, here he is. Oh, he just posted a blank message. Oh, he was being obfuscatory, I guess, by leaving his message purposefully difficult to understand or unclear. Yeah, that was a great track, really nice. So there's lots of things I'm doing here in the background. I already played this funk? Next up we have, where is he? Over here. The Machin. QB. Only body sounds were used. It was a fun challenge. Cool. Let's hear it. Wow, that was awesome. I love that thumpy bass, and it had such a nice pump to it. That was cool. Just slide aside. Jimmy can't upload the tracks. If you can't, just email them to koalaflipchallenge@gmail.com and I'll download them from there. That'll be fine. If the system's not working for any reason, it may be because other people are trying to also submit, who knows, at the same time. So yeah, Jimmy, just do that. Let me know you've done it and I'll dig it out of the email. That was cool. All body sounds. Wow. I like the tempo of that one. That was real nice. Up my street. Good work, QB. That was really cool. What we got? Let's see here. Next up, we have Soviet Villain. All sounds from his mouth again. Haha, bless Koala and auto-tune. I don't know how you auto-tune Koala, but yeah, that's cool. We can. I think the key to this challenge is, well, one possible direction for this challenge is to use tiny cycles, make synths, add lots of effects. You can actually create pretty much anything without importing sounds or whatever. But cool. I'll just stop talking to myself. And again, I did post the link a couple of times. If anyone wants to jump on, say hi, even if it's just for a little bit. You're welcome. And till then, we'll play Soviet Villain. Wow, that was awesome. I really like all the instruments that he managed to create. Like the flute. I need to write myself some notes because I'm already blanking out while trying to figure out what to do next. But just like there was quite a few instruments. Yeah, kind of Arabic. I think it's because it was like, I guess, auto-tuned, but it sounded kind of microtonal. It was sort of not quite tuned in a really interesting way that it does sound like Middle Eastern sort of instruments. That was really cool. Amazing that you did all that with your mouth for a start. But yeah, and all the sort of vocalizations, they reminded me of like Aphex Twin sort of vibe, you know. Does it Come to Daddy? Like with a, I'm clicking my pen now, with a high pitched sort of vocalization stuff. But then the way you processed all those other instruments, especially the flute and stuff, just really cool. Awesome. Really enjoyed that one. What we got next? Let's see. Oh, I haven't even prepared, so I'm just gonna talk some nonsense while I put up. Oh, it's gonna be Funk Moon Camp. So there's no message from Funk Moon Camp because I'm the one that wrote it, so I know that there wasn't one. So yeah, next up we have Funk Moon Camp. Let's go. That was Funk Mood Camp. Yeah, that was cool. It was interesting. We did use all voices. All sounds. All the shaker was me just like going next to the mic on the iPad, and that makes a really good shaker. The droplet, I just went and then played that at different octaves. But when I do it like an octave low, I realize now in hindsight it sounds a little bit like something dropping into a toilet. But other than that, we used one single cycle thing just to do the melodic bass stuff, but we just thought we'd keep it instrumental this week just so the body noises could be more present in the mix. He also used a water drop sound pitch down. Yeah. Let's see if yours sounds like a toilet drop or not, like mine did. Yeah, I'm sure it won't. Yeah, and the lead whistle was campy whistling. It was cool. There will be beat room samples tonight. That is for sure. Yeah, cool. Let's see what we've got here. Next up is Plop. Silsilla. He says sorry he didn't have enough time for a proper one this week. Have a great time, guys. I'm sure it was a proper one regardless. Let's listen to Silsilla. Nice. It's a testament to the power of Koala that you can just use it. Not even, I mean, it's not even like a traditional looper, I guess, because you're just like recording stuff and then recording in, but it's really cool. And that was great. I think the only thing, obviously, that suffers a little bit from doing it all like that is the mix can be kind of hard to control when you're doing it in real time. But other than that, all the ideas and everything was awesome. And just like was that a 2-bar loop? It was just building. It was awesome. Really cool. What did someone say? Oh, hello, Tracy. What's up, gang? She says. Let's some people on YouTube. I don't know how many people are on. Okay, 3 people on YouTube, 14 on Twitch. If you want to chat with more people, come over to Twitch. Jimmy failed again. Jimmy, you can email it, and if you want to email it, then that should be fine. And then I can probably find it in the thingy. Pete's saying somebody was using Koala like a looper, weren't they? Oh, a while back. Yeah. Yes. Omar. Forgive me, I've forgotten his surname. It was a long, long time ago. I do remember. Oh, Tracy's a he. Hello, Tracy. He had this little mirror pointing at his face. That was always cool. I remember Omar. Yeah, he used to really experiment with all that stuff, like pushing Koala sort of. It was actually doing, I think, a lot of what's it called? You know, I'm going blank now, and I don't have anyone else to bounce off. But you know, like granular kind of stuff with Koala, which you can do. Just, I think what he used to do was like record loads of really short notes and then play it at a really high tempo. But you can actually, now that there's the beat repeat grid, you can Soriano, that's it. Yeah, Omar Soriano. If you like just record some really, really high speed sort of beat grid stuff into a loop, then you can change the start position with a bit of release, and it just does these crazy granular stuff. And Rushi also does use it as a looper. She does. That is very true. So yeah, Rushi did the looper thing really. Yeah, I think originally, God, I'm blanking on everyone's names, but there was a guy who originally on YouTube posted the idea of putting all the different, like just pre-putting notes into a sequence and then recording into the slots, empty slots that were already populated, and that's how you can use it as a looper. That's how I think Rushi does it. But actually, what we just watched Silsila do is a lot like how I normally make tracks when I'm using Koala. Is just like find a sound or record something in there and then just like start tapping it. And very much with Funk Moon Cab, usually as I've said before, I get the Koala thing and I'm usually the second or third person to see the file. So there's already loads of stuff in there that I don't even know what it is. And even without listening to it a lot of the time, I'll just be recording a sequence while I'm just hitting things that I don't know what they're going to sound like. And then be like, oh, that's cool. Or if it sounds naff, I'll get rid of it. But yeah, it's super fast for that. Koala's the GOAT. Right, next up we have G Brillo. And he sent a message that says, the track is made of a beatbox kick, drum pitched 1 octave below, multiple claps merged for snare, a voice for the hat stretched in Koala, and a finger snap. Then I've tried to make a bass line sound with my voice that's been processed with a resonant filter in Koala. Last but not least, a simple ah with my voice. Everything's done in Koala only mode. Awesome. Can't wait to hear it. Let's go. Nice. Nice little groove. That's cool. It's so interesting and cool to hear what you can do with just noises, snaps, sounds, and whatever. Um, it's very cool, and it's interesting that like when we did it with Funk Moon Camp, everything seems to be kind of less dense and cleaner, so you can make out little individual snips and snaps and stuff like just, and I guess the mix sort of remains easier. It's a really nice, consistent sound. Yeah, everything just sort of like goes together. It's cool. Pete, are you coming back? Are you in the car waiting right now? But what else we got here? I think it's a very good thing that Koala is a little resistant to feature creep. Yeah, that's true. There are big things coming. I sense without saying anything, but it's always evolving, and it's always had it's very much resistant to feature creep, but Marek is always thinking outside the box, and something awesome is always coming. I'm waiting. Taxiing drunk people is awesome. Yeah, yeah, I bet it is. Cool. Next up, we've got Paul Latham, who says he made noises with his mouth and manipulated the shit. That shit, sorry. I misread that. That was a bit of a faux pas. Manipulated that shit in Koala. So, sweet. Let's hear it. That was too short. It caught me off guard. That was cool. Yeah, Paul's not afraid to experiment, and I appreciate that. That's cool. He's just like putting a sound bed together a lot of the time, which is really interesting. Star Wars a cappella version. Yeah, it was a bit like that. Boo boo. That was really cool. Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks, Paul. Sorry, I'm just like been caught. Lovely boo sound. Boo, boo, boo sounds. Yeah, I agree. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, next up we have Benjamin, been jamming since birth, who says it definitely was not his favorite challenge, but it is what it is what he said. Benjamin always, what I was about to say, whenever he says he didn't like the challenge or didn't like the sample or didn't think it was a good idea, the track is always good anyway. So so I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry. Let's go. Nice. That was awesome. I like all the, obviously the shaker sounds and stuff were all like body noises. That was cool. I wasn't sure whether the spectral stuff could have been Paul's stretch thing again, like but I think it was probably a synth, especially when the bass came in, and I'm almost certain more synths came in. That it wasn't all body sounds, but that's totally part of the game. Percussion is only body. Yeah, that was awesome. Really nice. And they had a real nice groove to them. Like they weren't too sort of quantized and stuff. It was really cool. Hello. You up? Okay, bye. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was really cool. And like we do every week, it's like when there's a sample, it doesn't mean you only have to use a sample. This didn't mean you only had to use body noises. So, you know, a lot of people did embrace the trying to try to embrace doing just noises. But you know, if that's not your thing, add more layers and it's all good. He made 3 different versions of the same percussion body noises. Yeah. Their percussion was really nice. That was awesome. Cool. Let's see what we've got. There's actually only a few tracks left. Let me, during the next one, I'm going to check the emails to see if we've got a track from Jimmy in the email. But before then, Mark was actually helping me test the audio before we started this show, and he said he didn't have a track this week. But now he submitted one. So he's obviously had time in the last hour and 13 minutes to actually make a track. Didn't know this was going to be a talk show, so I could still start one. Yeah, well, we're still holding off. We're in a holding pattern for Rushi. I think Rushi's still incoming. I think Gerber's still incoming. I think Jimmy and possibly Zoo Face may still be coming. And so I may have to just talk to myself for a while longer until they have time to submit. But until then, let's have a hear of what Mark Deluxe can do in an hour. Nice. That was cool. Nice vibe. Lots of noises, which is nice. And oh, I was just trying to download Jimmy's track, and it brought up a. Oh, look! Watch this! Look at this! This is what I see when I. Is it going to show up? It might not show up. Is it going to show up? Yeah, look at this. This is how Jimmy's track arrived. So yeah, Mediafire. Did it? I think it downloaded. I'm not quite sure. Let's hide that. Good work, Mark. Congratulations for managing to do that while also listening to us driveling on. Mostly me driveling on. And there's also a Zoo Face track, so I'll download that one as well. When I click download, another page just full of Hawaiian Airlines pops up. But it did actually download the track, so that's a good thing. So yeah, we got 2 more tracks added to the list. I think I saw that Cash Williams is on the way too. Yeah, we've got a few tracks still to go. So let's see what's next. Next up is Will and Ill. Let me just check if there was a message to be read. Will and Ill. Oh yeah. Will and Ill message. Here we go. Transition. This is all body sounds and singing and koala. Al started with the one part and then I did another part, and it's all murky from there. High fives across the world from Will and Ill. Thanks Danny and Michael and Mark and Campy. Well, maybe not Campy as much, although same. Nah, Campy's all right. He could have a bunch of thanks too. Heart, heart, heart. OMG. Get over it. Yeah, Campy was a little bit upset that he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I'm not even going to say that. He probably doesn't want me to say that. Nothing to do with you or anything. And it was actually just a joke that I've decided to backtrack on. So, thanks, Will. And let's go. Let's hear it. Let's see what you can do with only your body sounds. Nice groove. It's nice you guys like go different genres every week. That's very cool that you did that without any external sounds. Liked it a lot. I was grooving away while trying to tell Mark that I've downloaded Jimmy's and Zooface 2 tracks into the Dropbox. I don't know if you get an opportunity to make them into, like, process the video. I don't know if you can do that. If you can't, I can still play it, but we won't have any visuals to go with it. So I'll have to do some like interpretive dance, which please don't make me do that because that'll be really, really bad. Yeah, thanks, William. As always, great submission. Love it. And yeah, let's see what's going on here. I'll just talk about amongst yourselves for a moment. Oh, actually, did I? No. Okay, right. So next up is actually, well, not the last track. That's what I show. Yep, I'm off to build some things outside the University of Texas. Cool, nice, William. Thanks for being here every week and making awesome music for us all to enjoy. Grains, I'll put what I said in English since I realised Remy's not here. I'm going to send in a song, but it's going to be a little late. Yeah, so we've got. Oh, I see that he's already on it with the processing. Mark's already processing the tracks. We've got one track left currently, with 2 from Jimmy coming. Oh, Cash just appeared, so there'll be 4 tracks left. You have until those 4 tracks are over, plus all the drivelly nonsense that I talk about in between. To submit. Hopefully, I'll hold off as long as I can in order for Rushi and Gerber. I wonder if he's still working on his track. Let me see. He hasn't sent a message in a while, not since 10:02, saying that he's still working on his track. So hopefully this doesn't end before everyone gets a chance to submit. I might just have to like fill time with something else if you guys are still wanting to sit around. But until then, no, Grains. Oh, well, how long is you've got 20 minutes probably. Is the track done? Because if it is, just upload it because it will get here before. I do like to talk a lot of nonsense even when I'm here on my own, as you can tell. Where did Sasqwax go? Back to the forest. He went to pick up his drunk wife, I think, or at least his wife and her drunk friends from somewhere. And if I manage to stretch this long enough, he may well be back. But I think he's in the car waiting for them to fall out of wherever they are. It is typical. But speaking of Pete, I've got Skeet Papsquatch coming up next. Let me just prepare. Skeet Papsquatch. That'll be close enough. That's what he put his name as, so that's what I'm going to put it. Skeet Papsquatch. Where is it? Says fully qualified for your oral pleasure. So let's hear it. Sounds like he fell over in the ball pit looking for his wedding ring. It does a bit. He was like, and he vocalized no and slowed that down. So yeah, Pete Skeet doing his Skeet thing, sounding awesome. That was cool. Nice vibe. Yes, lots of it did sound like scratching, didn't it? Like but yeah, just kind of low key scratching, dark vibes, slow tempo, everything we like out of Skeet Sasqwax. Yeah, Jimmy loved it. I loved it. Everyone loved it. Next up, we have Cash Williams, because I'm still waiting for Jimmy to be processed. It's disappeared from the folder, so I assume it is happening and coming. So Jimmy's done in a minute. Cool. All right. Well, let's see what Cash says. Literally just finished this. Made most of this by beatboxing. The layered drums are beatbox sounds layered multiple times and stretched and EQ'd. Recorded sounds into Koala, recorded and sequenced vocals in Cubase 3 on iPhone. The low bass was made with my mouth. The other two synths were outside added. That's all good. That's all good. It's still amazing to me that people do stuff on their phone. I mean, I've got an iPhone, but I never ever do it on my phone. I just like the slightly bigger screen, and I'm always envious of Ryman's massive iPad. That came out wrong. I'm just going to move on to the next track. Let's go. Cash Williams.
It's just the way your body moves, baby. Got me feeling so high, so high, yeah. Special temptation for the weekend. We'll be dancing till the night comes by. I guess we move because we're fast now. You get the color higher, you got it high. It's like you spend your time to get with cash, baby. I'm addicted to the same. It's just the way your body moves, baby. It's just a little attention for the weekend. Really dancing till the night comes by. Will you take it to the sky? We gon' take it to the sky. We gon' take it to the sky. We gon' take it to the sky. Yeah. We gon' take it to the sky. We gon' take it to the sky. We gon' take it to the
Woo! That was a beautiful sausage. Thanks for submitting, Cash. That was great. It had a kind of like UK vibes for me, but usually you make real hip hop, and this was obviously like a house. So it was something that I would have expected to hear on a Giles Peterson compilation or something, like a sort of almost could be broken beat, but remained house, but still like had a real sort of nice vibe to it. I liked it a lot. That was a beautiful sausage indeed, says Jimmy, the flipping fingers. Yeah, so where are you? Oh, Cash, you're Brooklyn? Or you're in New York, aren't you? But yeah, no, that was really, really cool. I liked it. And all the vocals and stuff. I kind of, personally, I feel embarrassed to like vocalize and sing. It's weird because I'm totally happy on stage. It's sidebar. New York, yeah, nice. I've been to New York. It's beautiful. And the crazy thing about New York for me was like, so we landed through like some sort of tropical storm, and it was like a horrible landing. and then we went to. We were staying just outside Times Square, and there was just crazy warm rain, huge puddles, and like people were just so wet that they just didn't care anymore. So everyone was just like running around without coats on in the rain. It was awesome and warm and rainy. It was really cool first night. And then because of jet lag, the next morning we woke up like super early, and I think it was a Sunday. They say the city that never sleeps. Literally, we came out. The sun had already dried the entire city, and there was like no one around at all that night. Oh, hello. Oh, we've got a guest. Who is it? Hey, it's Michael Gerber.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How are you? Good.
I'm here.
You're kind of not here.
Let me figure out why.
Okay. Yeah, so that was the crazy thing. New York, like the only thing, we saw maybe one or two joggers and a few taxis, but there was no people around at all. We walked all the way down from Times Square down to, oh man, I don't remember now, but like down south, and just like, it was such a warm morning with no people around. I didn't think New York was ever like that. It was really cool.
Hello.
That track was awesome. Did you finish your track? Submit
I just uploaded it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, it should be arriving anytime soon. That was just in time because that was the last track. I'm still
really?
waiting for. Well, sort of. I mean, we know that there's. We've had a Zoo Face and we've had a Jimmy. Jimmy's now in the folder, so I can add Jimmy to the next up. You've had a nice haircut there, Gerber.
Yes, I did. I got them all cut
Nice.
with the dad jokes.
Looking good. So what you've been up to? Anything exciting? What was the struggle with your track this week?
I just didn't really have enough time with it, and today I had work, so I wasn't able to like finish it up. And then we were early this week. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would normally be early right now.
This is true. And we thought it might be nicer, fairer to have a European time show, especially because I didn't have the. I mean, it's the numbers don't seem much different to usual, but it does mean that more people are scrambling to finish their tracks, which is.
It would take time for people to adjust, you know. And,
yeah. And we only really properly announced it yesterday, didn't we? So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, overall, I guess what I tried to do was pretty ambitious, so I just needed more time, honestly. And I always say this on the Discord, but like, not all weeks are equal. Some weeks you're really busy, some weeks you're not.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
And sometimes it comes easy, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes
for sure
it needs more work, and sometimes it doesn't. So sweet. Well, you're just in time to listen to Jimmy Fingers.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Let's do that.
I'm getting stupid, making body clicks and clocks, I'm still rocking. Getting foolish, getting silly, knees and castanets knocking like my man Chill Willie when he sees Bill Gates. Teeth chattering and a truffle shuffle earthquake. Birth rate declining cause the body's ashamed. 4-knuckle shuffle, that's the name of the game. Ask any doctor, yo, they'll tell you the same. Say, drop trout, hey boy, your body's to blame. Shame when you're getting well into the 40s. Bits dropping off, yo, it's no longer the noughties. When I was thinking of sex and THC, and now I'm thinking of shite and TCP. And don't forget the blood pressure medication, cause the heart disease, hey yo, we're sweeping all the nation. Used to take pills and thrills and belly aches, and now I'm taking pills just to keep me awake. And yeah, I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, because I needed to fart. I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, because I needed to fart. Yeah, I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, because I needed to fart. I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, because it's time to die so I can be reincarnated. Come back as a koala, then I'm also emigrated. Living it up with the Aussies, woohoo! Hey mate, chuck another prawn on the barbecue. but chewing the leaves is all I desire. Next thing you know, the forest's on fire. Back to reality, snap out of my stare. Back to life, trying to get out of this chair. The body says no and the mind despairs. Tough work getting socks on and underwear. Who knew this was a problem 20 years ago? First the body goes, then the brain says no. Hannibal Lecter wants to eat it all up. Father Bean's Chianti and he's having a sup. I'd rather be sipping from the furry cup. Body say, hold it, you ain't getting it up. Yeah, I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, cause here comes a fart. I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, cause here comes a fart. Yeah, I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, cause here comes a fart. I'm falling apart, it's breaking my heart. Please don't stop, cause here comes a...
Oh my god.
Oh man, so good.
Hilarious.
As always. I had a real sort of raw, sort of like table thumping beat to it, and obviously, like it's funny how he makes how I don't know how the Jimmy sausage is made, but it's hopefully not with a wet farty sound, but not every week at least. But yeah, it sounds great. Like the mix sounds great, even though it looks like it might not. And somehow the vocals are crisp, clear. Everything is like Jimmy's a real pro.
So this week I went to export out my file from out of my mastering app, and I had my output up too high, and the mastering app does its own limiting. So even if I push it to the absolute maximum, it creates monster sausage, but it doesn't sound overly distorted. So
it's the clip.
I feel like Jimmy's just pushing the output, and then
yeah. No, it's cool, and it doesn't actually. It didn't sound any louder than the average track. It's just like it's got a nice sort of clipped kind of to it.
Very cool.
Literally,
so
places.
I missed the entire episode. I'm excited to listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
there's been some good stuff.
Jimmy had a bunch of sounds that I kind of used, so I kind of began to wonder, were there a lot of repeated sounds this week? Because there are limitations to what you can do,
that. I can't do that. I think it might be the beard. I don't know.
You can't do that? Could you do it when you didn't have a beard?
Did that work?
Yes.
Yeah, it worked. It hurts a bit. If you keep...
I didn't think to do the water droplet sound, but
no. There was a water droplet in mine and Willanelle.
Oh, awesome!
But that's what I was saying with the water droplet. Actually, like you put some reverb on it, and it sounds like really real. And then you play it an octave up, and it sounds like little drippy sounds. And you play it an octave low, and it sounds like you're in the beat room. So that's that was unfortunate.
Let me ask one question: Did people really listen to Cash and do only the sounds from their body, or was there a mix this week?
Actually, most people did so far, I think, but there was some additional stuff added. I mean, even Cash added. He said in his message, he said he added some synths. I really enjoyed Cash's track. Did you hear it? It was only a couple of tracks ago.
I heard nothing.
Hey, look who it is.
Hello.
Hang on. Where is he? Where is he? Where's he? Get that mug out. There we go. Here we are. Hey.
Mug's right here.
Pete's back. Get that mug out. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't meaning the mug, but I meant your mug. But, I mean, perfect.
I apologize. I was listening to it the whole way. Yeah, I heard loads of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
and did you just hear Jimmy, or were you?
I heard most of Jimmy, but I was it was more getting somebody out of the car that was struggling to do that.
Is she in bed now?
I don't know where she is. Not my problem at the moment. Might be my problem shortly, but
yeah, in the morning.
I did hear you saying about the scratching on my track.
Oh yeah, yep.
Well, I remember. So basically, that was just it was when I was recording, I recorded all the sounds outside. So I did get like just hiss in the background. So I was like, well, I didn't deliberately sample it, but it's sampled anyway, so I might as well use that. So I pitched it down, and I didn't pitch it down, I just looped it. And then I just used turned the quantize off and just tapped it. So I just like rhythmically tapped it.
Yeah.
Sounded a bit like scratching.
Yeah.
And then I put it through a phaser, I think.
Oh, it was like low key scratching. It's really good.
Yeah, just kind of.
I actually took the microphone and I rubbed it across my beard. I don't know if any of it made it in because
that's what the percussion was, like rubbing the microphone on stuff.
It kind of sounded so metallic. It didn't sound necessarily like my body, so I didn't lean towards it. Just making
it might be the mic's grill that is.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
But the thing is, with this iPad's mic, like this is an M1 iPad, like that. They're probably all similar, but the mic is really, really sensitive. So I was literally putting the sound of my fingers like shuffling. You'll hear it in the Funk Moon Camp track when you hear it back, but all of the percussion was just like my fingerprints rubbing against each other.
The funny thing is, when in the track I could hear that, but when you went, I did it like this, and then you presumably you then replicated it, but I couldn't hear it.
When I was replicating the visual, but it's nowhere near the mic.
I was going to say,
it was a visual. That's how I did it, like that, just like that.
It's a bit loud. I'm just going to turn this down.
Oh, sorry, I'm a bit loud.
No, I was joking.
No, I am a bit loud. I get a bit loud when I get excited. I admire Jimmy also for being able to write the lyrics and performing them in such a short time, because I know it can be pretty difficult to perform lyrics that you don't know well yet. 100%. I think that's one of the things, and Campy too, like one of the things that amazes me about Jimmy is how he can tell a whole story every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. But I guess, he's when you're an English teacher,
his lyrics as well, like doing multiple vocal tracks and like, so he's doing very, very complex arrangements.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm with Rishi on
this. It
this.
comes so natural to him.
It's so impressive because a complete song, complete lyrics, complete multiple tracks of vocals. It's a lot. It's incredible.
The funny thing about Jimmy is, in terms of his musical ability, is ridiculous. It's quite easy to overlook and kind of focus on the lyrics and appreciate the sort of the sort of off-key style of some of the lyrics and some of the stories. But if you actually kind of pick up on the musicality, he's one of the most musically gifted people that I know. He can literally just like conjure melodies up out of nothing, and he knows what should go with what and everything else. It's pretty insane.
It's always impressive. And then he does a different style almost every week. I mean, it's like really incredible how he can jump between styles. It's wild.
100%. Like multiple tracks in a week in different styles.
Yeah, crazy. Flying Arepa says, okay, now can we do a cumbia cumbia theme next week? So
I think we might be able to do is cumbia the turtles listen to. I think that was
a cumbia turtles listen to version of a Quincy Jones track. To
be fair, Quincy Jones was cumbia adjacent. He did like salsa and all that. Sure. Probably liked merengue. We're close. I reckon we could tackle
music that Quincy Jones might have liked in his private time is the theme.
Exactly.
So obviously we've got the sad passing of Quincy Jones this week. So next week we're going to do cumbia version of Beat It.
I thought that was today.
No,
so did beating up on yourself.
I did.
Yeah. Next week is I think pick your own. Is that what we've decided? Pick your own Quincy Jones sample. Quincy Jones involved sample.
Quincy Jones memorial sort of week. So pick your own track.
But feel free to make a cumbia version of a Quincy Jones track. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Totally.
And loved your track, Flying Arepa. That was so much fun. Next up, just in time, Harry Potter, is Michael Gerber.
Awesome.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah. Tension.
Where is it?
It's not playing.
Are you serious?
Right, hang on.
Is it my file? Do I have to re-upload?
Let me check. Let me check.
I was rushing, so God knows I didn't. I think I
Do we
did
need to
it.
ad lib? Shall I play my game?
Let me see. Hang on one second. Oh yeah, go on then. Try it with Gerber.
All right.
What's the game?
So wait a minute. I'll pick something. Okay, so I want to pick something that is nearby. I can't move. It has to be something near where I'm sat. It's a bit random. You have to guess. Only you can ask me yes or no questions for us to ascertain what it is that I have. It's something I can hold in one hand. I'll give you that much.
This sounds like it could take a very long time. Is it a microphone?
It's not a microphone. I would try and narrow it down by asking broad yes/no questions. Don't go straight to guess it, because then it is going to take a long
All right,
time.
is it bigger than a basket? That's what we say in the US.
Is it bigger than a paper basket?
Okay.
It's not bigger than a paper basket. No, it's not.
What a bread basket is? Because when we were a kid, everybody was like, "What's a bread basket?" It's like a container rolled.
Basket.
All right. Wait, you said it is bigger or is not?
No, it's not. It's a handheld item. I'll give you that much.
Is it the same item as before, or is it something different?
It's not that item.
Okay,
no.
so is it edible?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Is it organic?
Definitely not.
No. Well.
What was the question?
No, I'm going to say no.
What was the question?
Organic?
Is it organic?
Oh, okay.
Broadly speaking, it but I'm not going there.
Is it metallic?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
Is it
getting closer.
Is it what?
Electronic?
No, it is not.
Metallic, not electronic. Is it a fork?
It's not a fork.
Is it a utensil?
Not as such, no.
Is it a sharpener?
No, almost the opposite.
He's doing he's
it's
just
a blunterer.
For the objects.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be narrowing it down.
What's a metallic thing that's the opposite of a sharpener?
Dull.
A duller. Some sort of dull.
Dull.
Something that dulls something.
It's quite a bit bigger than a sharpener. Huh. If you're thinking a pencil sharpener, it's not like that. It's bigger than that. But clearly wielded in one hand.
Well, let's have a think, and while we see if Gerber's track plays. One sec.
It's not. Oh my god! I'm gonna have to upload, aren't
I? Right, hang on. It did play in a player. So let me just see if I can get that work. So you carry on playing your game while I try and get.
So a duller, it's not a great. You wouldn't want to put this near food.
So is it detachable?
I mean, you just break it. It's a handheld object, so if you want to detach part of it from something else, you just break it.
Rushi asked, "Is it a grater?"
Is it greater than what? I mean, it's not as great as something.
I think she meant like a cheese grater because she spelled it GRAT.
Yeah. That's right. No, it's not. You wouldn't want to put any kind of food anywhere near it.
Huh.
Not like it'd be gross. It's just like, nah, it's not the thing.
Huh. Does anybody on the chat have any ideas? Flagger Rapa asked if it's William Shatner.
William Shatner. No, I think that's. I think that might be a suggestion of the
guy. Is it William Shatner? Funny. Right. Hang on. So I got it working in the browser. What I don't know is if we'll get any sound. So let me just.
Should I send another version? I'm not even sure.
It's weird that it's working in certain programs, but when I try and play it in. You know what? What I'll try and do is I'll try and load up a different track and then reload it. Maybe it was. Okay, 1 second.
It is quite hazardous. Yes, Loutry, it can be hazardous.
Is it?
I could very easily hurt myself with this. The reason why it's quite an interesting thing for this, it's quite relevant, pertinent, in fact.
Is it made of lead?
Because it has a double. The word that it is also used to refer to something else that is much more pertinent to the show.
Penis.
Can you put your foot in it? Can you put your foot in it?
Can you put your foot in it?
No,
No. All right. Is it made of lead?
it's not.
Is it made
It's
of
it's metallic. He said. Hang
It
on.
is metallic.
Lead is metallic.
Lead's metallic.
Yes. What? Lead is a metal.
Is it? Oh, lead.
Oh my God.
Why am I thinking of pencils?
I don't know.
Because I'm done. Right,
well,
hang on.
lead
That's
does
not
have
right.
multiple.
It's not a stool
So
sample.
is it
It's pencil lead metal.
I think the chat is not helping me.
Pencil. There's no lead in a pencil.
There used to be.
Yeah, but not for like.
Not
Yeah,
not for like
Mm-hmm.
50 years or whatever.
Aluminum.
Right.
it's not made of aluminium. No,
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
There is.
it is. Loudtree is correct. Pencil. It is graphite. This is such a great set. Can you imagine if I hadn't have got back in time and you'd have been not having this?
Well, I don't know if I could play a Gerber track if you weren't here to fill the space.
If I knew what metal it was, would I be able to figure out the object more easily?
I don't think so. I don't know what metal it is.
So I'll stop asking what metal it is.
So
yeah,
it's a good question.
I don't know how I managed to get Fisherman's Friends before we started the show, and now this is like so blooming difficult.
I mean, people are saying the word. Mark has said the word.
Mark has said the word.
Mark has said the word.
Yeah.
File. A nail file. Hey!
Nail file.
Wait, I wouldn't recommend you using it for your nails.
No. It's
a file. A file.
Yeah. It looks like
right.
Food grade or whatever.
That was great, but I shouldn't have guessed it because I'm not ready.
Wait.
It's okay. I got other stuff.
She asked if it was a grater, and I think a file is a kind of grater. Am I wrong?
No, I think if you put in if you're going to put that thing on food, like on cheese, for example, you're going to destroy your cheese.
I don't know, because Brucey said she was trying to figure out the word and she couldn't figure it out. So maybe when she said grater, maybe she meant file.
It's possible.
Right, let's see if I hang on.
I can go for something else.
Danny, do you have any tool that would convert? Otherwise, I'll just re-upload. I'm not sure what to do.
It's weird because it's playing. So the only thing is that I can play it, and but I'm not certain that because the way the sound is routed, it means that you can't hear yourself, so there's no echo. I might be able to hang on. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. I should be able to sort this out if you just do another object. Gerber, you do an object, and Pete can guess.
Instead of doing another object, I just shoot the shit with Pete because I haven't said hello to him in months.
Go on then.
How you doing, Pete?
I'm good. Do
Awesome.
you know what? It is a joy having a kind of a sociable hour. See, unusual kind of situations. This is like 10 to 11. We wouldn't have started yet, would we?
No,
we wouldn't.
Okay.
We're all
It's like 11:30.
Oh yeah, it's been pushing every week.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. It's true.
Mm.
So you're still really, really busy with work?
Yeah, it's not too bad at the moment. A kind of the problem that we have is it's Black Friday month, and everything that I do at work is related to marketing, music tools. Yeah. So everything's a little bit nuts.
Is this the busiest time of the year for you?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, to put it into perspective, the kind of the flagship kind of clients that we work with, the kind of the really big clients, this is easily their busiest month.
Yeah.
It's probably about as big as 3 regular months.
Yeah. And it continues into Christmas, right?
Basically, yeah, the Christmas kind of, it's...
That's a really good idea, Mark.
The bizarre thing is, literally last year, it was almost entirely focused on Black Friday weekend. And this year, we had a feeling it wasn't going to be. We felt like they're probably just going to roll out the whole month thing again. Black Friday started on the 1st this year, and it's been a solid thing. I don't feel like this is a whole different thing, but I don't feel like that's positive or sustainable.
Possibly. I don't know. You guys know your business better than I do.
Well, we took this from you. This is not, I mean, like, this is, from my understanding, this is kind of a Labor Day, Thanksgiving kind of a thing.
mean, I think all companies are pushing all holidays to be longer. Like, for instance, it's summertime and I'm already seeing like Halloween stuff. And I just think it's giving retailers a longer time to sell. You know what I mean? Like, because if it's just short,
although I remember when we didn't have this.
To get rid of all the inventory that they get, you know. And I know it's different for like a store versus an online store, but I don't know.
No, that's a good point. It's true.
Right, I'm going to try and play this track, right? But you guys are going to have to mute yourselves because
no problem. I usually mute myself.
It will feed back if it.
All right, I'm muting now.
Just so I won't go full screen for a moment, and give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, and if you can't, then I'll stop it.
Okay, cool. I'll mute now.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
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 That was awesome.
Yeah, that was excellent.
So
you're right. I meant to say that about the stereo thing. That was in the car when QB's track came on. It was pinging from right to left.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this system is so much better for music streaming. Like, I don't think so. I didn't even realize that the last one was 720p. This is only limited. It's limited to 720p at the lower tier, which is totally fine, because the sound quality is great, and that's what's important to us. Yeah, it was really clear. It was a nice mix, man. It's like, yeah. I used a noise too in FMC. I heard that a lot.
So
that was good.
I probably made 30, 40 different body sounds, and then I ended up making 20 or 30 sequences, and I used all the sounds like kind of randomly through them. But at the very end, one of the last steps, I actually did all the synth work because I pivoted and started working on the synth. And then when I finally was like, well, okay, I guess I need to sequence all of this somehow. And I took all of my sequences in Koala and kind of jammed it together. I was like, well, I need 24 bars, then 8 bars. And so I sort of mixed and matched everything. So I literally didn't remember what made it in. Like, I didn't remember that I overused the snort. Like, now I'm hearing it. I'm like, snort. Like,
it was present, but it was fine. It was like, it wasn't too loud or anything. So it was good.
I guess my point was, it was a surprise to me as well.
Yeah. So all the synths and stuff, you did add other instruments in there, right? It wasn't just processed body sound.
So I mean, I kind of felt like the body stuff was very present because it was like the bed behind everything. But then I really just had a lot of fun using scale, a lot of synths and stuff. So yeah, I did do a lot.
No, it had a nice vibe to it. Sure.
Yeah. Did you go to Mississippi and film the Alcon?
I did not. The show is on and I'm like, find anything. I'm just looking for anything. And at one point I came up with this idea of like step dancing. I don't know if you know like step competitions. And I ended up on this instead. But when I was just watching it now, I was actually really happy with it because I was like, it reminds me of Aphex Twin's Window Licker video. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Like I was focusing on the guys in the front, and I didn't notice till about halfway in the video that there's a shitload of people in the back. They were just like, they were kind of like leading the procession. I suppose.
These are the 4 guys in front of the marching band. I
didn't even notice the marching band. I was watching those dudes, and it was just like,
they were pretty.
There's like 100 people behind them.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I got facts about Alcon State if you like. If you want to open it up. I just thought, fuck it, I'll Google it while we're on here. Maybe we'll need to kill some more time. So.
No, we don't. But go on, you can read fast.
Okay, well, nice. So basically, there is a very famous singer who was an alumni of Alcon State. He releases out. We're gonna go there. We're gonna do some guesses. Open up to the chat. Don't cheat, anybody in the chat, please.
Is it Andre 2000?
No, so he released his. I'll give you a couple of clues. So he's 70 now. He released his debut album in 1985. It was an absolute massive star. Let me see, what else can I tell you? I think Jimmy Jam might have kind of discovered him. Could be wrong on that.
No idea.
So he go on, sorry.
No, it's just Rushi's heading to bed. Let's have a think about it. I'm going to play Rushi now.
Do it.
She said, sorry, it was really hard to make it shorter, but I hope you'll have fun. Let's play Rushi right now before she goes to bed.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Wonderful.
Nice. What happened at the end then? That was great. What happened at the end that you were upset about? The sausage of the week comment. Let me just explain.
No, wait.
So
I think you need to explain that. You need to do that via text. That would be hilarious.
it will take too long. But Rushi, just to make it clearer, we were saying like when people post their audio only and then it comes up on the bottom, if it's like looks solid all along the bottom, we call it sausage of the week. So it's just something I started doing for no apparent reason. But the way that you layered your sequence looked like a it looked like a sausage of the week because the sequence was so full of like solid bars that it looked quite like solid. That's all I meant. Yeah,
We've
no,
never
that
had a
was
video like
cool.
that, have we?
I feel like maybe Rushi's
No, we
done
haven't.
something.
No, not with the fast forwards.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
kind of,
that was awesome. Like it's really interesting because it didn't like obviously the fast forwarding bits kind of interrupt the groove, but as a document of a length of time enjoying yourself, it was like super fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I really liked all the fun. I think all the little fast forward bits should be in the next sample pack as well. It sounded so good. I like that.
Yeah. No, that was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean,
So
other people have definitely made songs sort of on the spot, haven't they? I feel like
but not
with
the edited fast forwarding bit.
The fast forwarded bit. That
Multiple fast forwarding bits was genius.
Yeah.
Like really good. It must. I don't know. You must have just recorded yourself for a really long time and then taken a long time to actually just go like fast forward. I think. Did you do it in LumaFusion, Rushi? Because that lets you time compress.
Yeah, Luma's
and it also can stretch the audio when you change the time. There's a little checkbox.
Which is cool. It worked really well. I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah,
it was 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah, nice. So
that was cool.
The actual time that you took to make that was 7 minutes, and then
the
you
track
chopped it down
itself
to 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 2.5, I think. That was really cool. Thank you, Rushi. It's nice to have you back, and glad you're finding time to be creative and motherly.
You too, Pete.
That was really nice.
I could have you back too.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know if I should say this. I haven't
you didn't actually go.
I haven't been completely absent from the BeatCast. In fact, there haven't been that many weeks where I've not.
I think I might have an idea. Should I guess or just?
You're not anarchist, are you?
I'm not anarchist. No.
No, okay. I think I have another idea, which would be more obvious.
Go on.
Should I? I don't want to out Pete if he's not ready to be out.
He brought it up. He wants to play guessing games today.
My guess would be we still don't know who Jimmy's partner is, right? In Zooface, and that totally.
Oh, that's not me.
Oh, that's not.
That's our friend Sam. Yeah.
How about Chill Willie or whatever? Chill Will.
Same person.
Same person. Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay.
Not
all right,
you.
I'm wrong. Huh.
So you're going to have to like look back at some of the previous weeks and see if any newcomers might actually be incognito Harry Potter.
To be fair, Remy was very complimentary every time.
Mark says, "Are you Skeet Papsquatch?"
That's so good.
Yeah, he was Pete's Skeet Papsquatch.
So Remy knows, but hasn't said anything.
No, he doesn't know.
No, Remy doesn't know.
I sent it from a different email and stuff.
Wow, that's good. I'm impressed.
Multiple.
So now you have to do a treasure hunt, backtracks to try and find
so many
it for next
people
week.
that I've really liked that I don't. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
It hasn't been in the last couple of weeks because I've been super busy over the past
right.
Prior to that, at least 3 or 4 different tracks.
3, 4. Look at week 3, 4, 5.
You don't have to answer. I'm like it would help me to figure it out. Are you intentionally trying to cover your tracks, and so you have not done it in your usual style? Like you're using a different style?
No, I think if you're open to the idea that it could be me, then it's probably not very well hidden.
Fair enough. Cool. Well, we've got one more track for today. We're only at 2 hours and 13, and we started early, and it's only midday here in New Zealand, although it's kind of like so muggy here at the moment. We're just starting to go into summer, but it's like humid and muggy and cloudy. It's quite unusual. But anyway, Zooface is next. I don't know if because Grains said he was going to send a track, and then he said he wasn't, and then I said, yeah, you should, and then I don't know if he will or not. So we won't necessarily fill time for him if he doesn't come back and say, yeah, it's almost done. And if it is, then we can just play another guessing game. But until then, let's listen to Zooface.
Yeah. Chill, Will, getting all up in your amniotic fluid. I don't give a fuck about your alopecia. No, your elephantitis. I don't give a fuck you got gynecomastia. Gynecomastia. Eczema across your cleft lip. It's cause you got circumcised way too quick. You got smallpox and it left you with scars. You're scalping now from the radiation poisoning. You got Proteus syndrome. Paralysis sets in. I don't give a fuck about your phomatosis. I get down with the leprosy. I like necrosis. Fuck your keloids and your smallpox and your syphilis. I got hemorrhoids poking out my ass. I got severe warts tickling my flats. That's right, I'm flaccid. I mean, I got the dandruff and it's massive. It's on my shoulders like snowflakes. What you gonna do? It's an earthquake. Run so high, but you're gonna get crushed. Your body's not worth much, is it? Leave it and rejoin your spirit. Chill will only come here to spit on a Friday, cause you don't want koala on a Thursday. I'd rather be down Pumpdo. This shit is fucking gotta go. So I'm out like that. Enjoy the rest of this fucking rap crap. Motherfucker, that's right. I got a lot of attitude this Friday night. I fucking battle any cunt on here. Come round my house and bring me some beer. Why the fuck am I been doing this? Friday night, you should be out on the piss. Instead, just sat at home watching fucking YouTube. What are you? A some fucking boob. Get out there. Get off the NPC. Put away the iPad and let's have a look at the PP. Yeah, that's where the fun's at. Take it out and put it in a wet mat. A fanny. Yeah, that's right, an ass crack. Leave it all gooey and have ya a whack. And I'm out, son. Fuck it. I give up.
Oh my God.
Definitely not Pete.
Definitely not me.
So, do you know? Is Sam? You said.
Yeah, I know. I do know. I've not quite known him as long as Jim, but
right.
Yeah, like
you guys still live close?
Still like 20, 25 years. No, he lives in Norway.
Okay.
Norway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, way.
No way. Way.
You and Jimmy physically in the same area or far away from each other?
No, in the same country, but no, that's it. I mean, close in American terms. I probably live in the same state if I was in America, but I'm not.
Like, could you drive and have a beer with him?
Well,
it would take him
drive back. That's illegal. You know?
That's illegal.
Loudtree, yes, that is a Liverpool accent, but it's not his actual accent. But he has family from Liverpool.
Okay.
Is this like
it's kind of like that Porter guy?
He doesn't have a Liverpool accent, does he?
No, but he has a Cockney accent, but he isn't Cockney apparently.
Oh yeah. I wonder who the Porter guy is.
No clue.
No, I mean the name tag is not giving it away at all. We want to see a reprise of the Porter. I actually, I got the Jimmy Porter EP off the Bandcamp. It was really cool. You guys need to do more stuff together too.
Yeah, it's entirely my fault that we're not doing. I apologize.
You guys need to get Heggy back.
You're a notorious slacker when it comes to self-proclaimed slacker when it comes to everything. I meant collaboration, but couldn't find the words in time.
I'm not great.
But then you'd like avoid the person until you're ready to do it.
Yeah, no, I don't do that anymore.
No, good. That was a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
Cool. So I think we might be done.
All right.
I think we might be done.
So part 2, quiz.
Yeah, the quiz. So I don't know if we can or can't talk vaguely about what Mark is maybe working on a little bit, or not. Maybe not.
I know what Mark is working.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll let things unveil themselves in due course, because we don't know what scheduling changes are going to be happening around here.
Yeah.
I'm being super vague,
Yeah,
but also kind of not vague. Yeah, I am. I've killed it. So yeah, I guess we can finish. It's
so next
been
week
2 hours and 19 minutes. Next week,
Quincy Jones.
Yes. Quincy
so what's
Jones.
the deal? Are we basically using that as a theme? You can sample any Quincy Jones track you want.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
can make a cover of a Quincy Jones track if you want to.
A cumbia cover.
To do with the theme Quincy Jones, because like maybe you find an interview. I mean, whatever you want, right?
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
or something he had his hand in, one of his tracks, or
it's basically just a shitload of material, like
literally anything.
Of incredible music,
any style. Yeah.
Literally.
Flying Zulu just sent something. Let's see.
Awesome.
Okay, that was like, it hasn't even turned up at my end yet, but it's good that
so
it's not here yet.
Flying Zulu
cool.
missed the deadline last week, and so
did he? I thought
or it was the week before, but I'm pretty sure it was last week, and I just felt bad. I heard it on his Instagram, which was great. But,
yeah, right.
Definitely, if you missed the show, I would encourage you to send it as quickly as you possibly can, because there's a chance that it will make it into the YouTube video. Yeah,
I don't know how that. So Mark just he's getting so into all these automatic processes that he's it's great. I don't even know if Mark, does it actually automatically post to YouTube through an API, or does it just create the video and the timestamp, so it just saves so much work for Remy again, and processing. He doesn't have to do it all on his own computer. Let's see. Still nothing new coming through from Flying Zulu. That's all rhymed.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Still nothing new coming from Flying Zulu.
See, I do the beatbox, but I'm going to be off time. There's going to be a lag.
That's right. Work. I mean, I can't rap anyway, so. Are you uploading through? Yeah. Mark is doing it. Oh, you can't. Okay, right. Let me check the email.
We should figure that out.
Oh, yeah, no, I got a Flying Zulu.
Huh, okay.
No, hang on. No, that's from November 2nd. That's last week, isn't it? Yeah, that's last week.
Yeah.
We try to figure that out, Flying Zulu. Maybe you can reach out.
It arrived. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me just
quickly
download it.
Danny, it arrived.
Track or a video?
A video has arrived, yeah.
Amazing.
By email.
Via email.
I'm just downloading it.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Maybe Flying Zulu can reach out to Mark on the Discord, and they can try to figure out why it's not working on the upload for him. Yeah.
Jimmy also had some issues. It may just be intermittent stuff, but I guess when it comes to the crunch and you're trying to submit and the thing's already started, that you panic that it might not reach here, and then it may be just if you wait 5 minutes, it will let you upload after that. It may be a size restriction with Jimmy if he's trying to upload 2 tracks at once. But they're actually not that big because he's submitting audio.
Quite girthy, as we saw from the sausage. So that could have been Jimmy's problem.
It could be. He was trying to
squeeze
it to a place it wouldn't fit normally.
Potentially. Dennis has Dennis has just picking up on what Dennis has said there.
Yeah.
The challenge is sparking his musical sense anew. It's crazy. I'm sure Jimmy said this before, but I pushed kind of Jim to get involved with the Koala stuff because he didn't really have an outlet, and he wasn't obviously he's just insanely musically talented. But I think a lot of the time we kind of miss a reason to make music sometimes. You kind of you almost need to give yourself an excuse or a reason, or not that we hold each other accountable, but there's something kind of nice about having deadlines and having, that, well, if I get something done before Friday, then other people will hear it and we can share it.
And at least it's much more direct connection with people who are definitely going to listen to it and enjoy it rather than just be like, I'm just going to put it out there and hope someone. And look at Jimmy's Bandcamp. Like, he's got so many projects that he's completed through doing them here every week. Because he can do a finished, polished, release-ready track in a week, easy. But without this, why bother? And I mean, that's why.
I tried to explain that to my wife. I missed the deadline one week, and I was just like really unhappy because I had put in so much work throughout the week, and then not to have my friends hear it. It's like she's like, "Well, you're gonna put it on your Instagram anyway. They'll hear it there." And I'm like, "You're kind of missing it, though. It's like it is about the community. It's about sharing something together. Like we all listen to it at the same time." And I think I've heard Remy say, like, everybody's just very focused on the show and not about all the other media and stuff that we do. And I was kind of like, yeah, but is that a bad thing? It's like it's kind of like
I agree. I think that's the
art of it. We all want to be here to share the first experience, the first listen of it, and to enjoy it together simultaneously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's something.
I wasn't sharing the chat, so I'll just share this from Dennis in Sweden. Nice to have it a bit earlier today. Thanks, community. KCC has been one of the best things found this year, and the challenges really sparked my musical sense anew. Oh, did you read that out a second ago?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just didn't put it on screen. Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, it is like it's a reason to do it, and I've not done any solo ones for a while, but again, just doing FMC every week just keeps me in a thing, and it keeps me chatting to Chatty through the week, and
but it's amazing how much it does kind of sharpen you up. That whole thing of obviously, like we've spoken about it before, but the whole the extra deadline of the roulette I've found really, really super helpful at the beginning because that was just kind of like, okay, if I can do something in like a couple of hours, then I've got a couple of hours on a weekend usually. Like I don't know why, but I've always woken up pretty early, so I'm kind of I have the house to myself on a sort of weekend morning, which is usually like at least there's a couple of hours there. So as long as I don't need to make any much noise, I don't want to disturb people. Just chuck some headphones on. Just
I think one of the biggest hurdles for musicians of all experience levels is kind of not over stewing on stuff to the point of like never releasing it, never letting anyone hear it, and just be like, oh, that's not quite finished. I'll come back to it, and then you never do. And like having an outlet to put stuff, even if it's incomplete or even if it's like not as good as you would hope it was, like you get some reaction to it, and then it can kind of go to sleep or it can be made something else. But it at least then lets you kind of not just stockpile stuff and just feel like you're never finishing anything. It's like, it doesn't matter. If it's finished, it's finished. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be finished.
Definitely, that whole thing of like making those decisions and stuff. But the funny thing is, the places that it can go, like, I appreciate I'm really fortunate in the situation that I found myself in. But like, when I'm putting out music, I put out stuff with a label, and they've got all kinds of connections. That means that it can go kind of interesting places. But I didn't even realize this, but the album that I put out in the summer, I'd made everything on Koala. I didn't intentionally go, I'm going to release a Koala album, and I haven't. I haven't gone onto the servers and gone like, oh, check out my Koala album, because it feels like a redundant thing to say. Like,
yeah.
It's not surprising. I make a shitload of my music on Koala. That's, it's like a guitarist going, I made this guitar album. Like, oh, really? No shit. Well done.
yeah.
So it's just kind of like, but when I checked through it all, it was like, okay, yeah, all of those. There wasn't anything that I made on like, on a sampler or I made on Ableton or anything. It was all just, okay, these are all my Koala flips, and I just picked out, I don't even know, like 20 or so of them.
I think one of the big things with that stuff is people wearing it as like a badge of honor is because they are themselves genuinely impressed by the fact that they can do these things on Koala or just Koala or just an iOS device or whatever. And then it's like, when you've been doing it for a while, you kind of think, yeah, it's redundant. Like, it's just a tool and da-da-da. But when it's new to you, you're super excited. It's like, oh my God, I can 100%. Actually just do this on a device or whatever.
But we've all had that moment though. At the same time, we've all had that like, what? This is just an app for like a phone or an iPad or something I can do. Like remember before we had the mixer effects and stuff. Jimmy did the EP on the Android because I think he'd broken his iPad or something. I can't remember, something had happened.
Yeah, he did an Android.
He was iPadless. He did. And then he kind of forced himself to do like an Android EP on the bus, and he wasn't even. That was pre the effects that we've got now in all the mix bus and everything.
Yeah.
So having that, like I did mine on the iPad, but I could have done it on my Android phone just as easily. I'd never even thought about it, but because I only used Koala, it's such a not limitation these days. It's kind of Previously, I would go through all the AUM stuff, but it was just like, look, I've got this thing, and actually, I go through a gang of hardware and whatever else, and there's all kinds of like, oh yeah, you got this thing that can do that and that can do this. There isn't an awful lot that I'm looking at other devices going, do you know what? This is missing from Koala and that device.
I think you don't really need anything else. Like if you can just, but I think people like to have other things because they feel like it sparks their creativity. Like just having something else to touch or something else to look at, or you don't need it. You don't need it.
I think Marek will surprise us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, let's have a look. Listen to Flying Zulu.
We say we don't need anything, and then Marek delivers something else.
Every time.
We needed that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's like we just said about the mix buses.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't.
And then
need
people are
those,
like, but I want 8 buses, or I want 16 buses, or on Facebook someone said, "Is there any way to make infinite sample slots instead of 64?" And I was like, "Well, they just use 2 instances." And it turned out that he had a specific reason that he needed lots of samples, but I wouldn't load that many samples anyway. It'll probably break your machine. So it's better to just use multiple things. Anyway, let's do Flying Zulu. Anna's calling me for lunch. So let's listen to Flying Zulu and say our goodbyes.
All right. Amazing.
That was wonderful.
Nice.
Yes.
20 minutes.
I like all
Crazy.
that noises.
Yeah, I like
the rhythmic ones. That was so good.
Descending kind of thing.
The sound choice. Awesome.
Interesting. He didn't use much performance effects. He was going for the. There was no performance effects. That was cool.
Well, he was getting a lot of sonic landscape just by playing with the different pitches and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Sweet. That was awesome. Thanks, Zulu, for submitting.
Way to go out.
Yeah, it was a cool way to go out. Fun.
Yeah.
Creative.
That was awesome. Unfortunately, we didn't get one from Grains, but maybe he'll post it before the compilation gets done. If Mark, if you're the one doing the compilation, maybe reach out to Grains just to make sure he has an opportunity to submit before you do that. What were you going to say, Pete?
I was just Flying Zulu says he used a log and a head.
I guess he was banging it on his head.
It was a log of heads.
Not like my pitch down also sounded like a log and a head. But,
log in the head.
The log in the head. Yeah, quite. All right. Well, look, I better go because I've got people waiting for lunch. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been another awesome show. Yeah. And
great hanging with you guys.
Super house.
Yeah. And we'll see you next week for Quincy Jones.
Awesome. And thank you, Mark, the wizard.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Thanks, Mark. And yeah, cool. We'll see you next week.
And
weekend.
Do we know if Remy's back next week?
I don't know. We'll find out and we'll figure it out on Discord. But yeah, we'll figure something out.